throw it in the towel, then you're back and sin. We need the Holy Spirit, please let the chaplain in. Here at the front door, chilling with the childish grin. We can now begin. Now the truth be told, we're riding on the light to let the youth get old. And following the one that will soothe your soul and take your bad situation and improve your role to release your flow. It's a long stretch to loosen all the nooses from the baby's nets. And tell the young ladies they should save the sex. And tell the young guys not to break their neck for the place of sex, but get the paycheck. And real women really don't play that. A wise lesson learned really, really way back. I used to okay that. The Lord saved me, Jack, from a life of whack. Come on.
Into the black light, exit the madness.
Oh,
Yeah, into the black light, exit the madness. You attend to
yeah,
the black
you might want to start paying attention on this next verse.
You attend to the black light, exit
Give me
the
your attention for a minute. Damn. Come on. We from the same cut, but playing different positions. A top secret message got the president attention. Do what you do, just make the good folk listen. And trust me, yo, it's not about who you kissing. There is a plan to see you chewed up and shit out. The devil's burning red from the fire that we spit out. We on to get up, the hell with that down low. Cherish the gift of the wisdom that we found, yo. Still on the mission with the daily agenda. Your head's spinning cloudy, so I doubt you remember that I walk with the king of kings inside me. Just like the root in India, Irie. I volunteer, no, the Lord didn't hire me. It is the spirit that inspired me. Water of life to show the chief where the fiery. We have no time for those that be acting grimy.
Yeah, I get it.
You see the light now? Boy, I've been talking to y'all for a while. You see, you thought this was for like some type of game. Man, revolution. Yeah. When you're free, your mind, your ass will follow. That's for real. And some of y'all locked up so bad, don't nobody have to put chains on you. Yeah, you chain yourself down mentally, spiritually. Come on, free your mind, dude. You a king. Free your mind, chick. You a queen.
Let me get something with some feel to it, some funk to it.
Come on. I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean soul, Caribbean. Yeah. Yes, bounce to this. I'm just a black man, title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And what you figure, Mr. Man, while you're kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat. You know you into that, chillin' with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, past sinful acts. Be very nimble, Jack, or Jill will get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not them idle cats. It's deeper than tats and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps. Meant for the wise as well as the spoiled rats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terror over habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah. We need some 3 parts on this mess up. I can't carry my boys at chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, we need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you can work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Into the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword and I'm taking you out. You try to stop me and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis. And I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near to you.
far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew heavily until the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week, intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So do the knowledge, that means hold your head, let the past stay dead, and keep a level head, and don't be misled. Remember most of what I said, I'm hot like times in a rock, but you got us hot for working on the block.
By the end of the night, how deep this music is. What does it profit the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit the man to gain the world and lose your soul?
Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demand it. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media bandit. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more times in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There be many that stand whenever I rip, but it's devastation whenever I rip. I spit flows that hit like mouth on tits, straight legit. You fake rappers need to understand that felonies, gunfights and drugs don't make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool.
Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit the man?
Ancient tiny secret now.
Yes. Did you not pay attention in your history class? Partner, wake up.
Yes, sir.
Partner, wake up.
Yes, sir.
Partner, wake up, son. It is written that there's nothing new under the sun, nothing new. And that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So take your position. Don't you know you are part of that scripture, yo? Yo, you've been getting in the way and what you knock you down. Yes, but we gon' bring the light, yeah. A Max V production, baby. You know what it is. Listen, I'm known to tell you to fight back. There's no need to sell crack just to live fat. Why don't black superstars simply give back when they know it's a struggle just to live black? Can you picture that, Mr. Aristocrat? I'm coming from the bottom, rising to the top, and conscious is the tone on the CDs I drop. I won't flip-flop like a black bass, but I will put a message in the song before I hook your ass. See, we first class living, worse than slaves of the earlier days, and we adapted the ways of the slave master. I stand upon it, the very rock which put your people in bondage just to get 100. The big face kind, and it don't matter if it's making people lose their freaking mind. That's why I'm speaking mine. Hopefully they change yours to pull you out of these streets from these drugs and strange whores. Huh.
Is anybody there? Is there love out there? Is anybody there? Is there love out there?
It's like we died inside, no longer having pride. We're still for rides, a new skill to hide. And like the red tide, go and get our heads dyed. Rebel against the laws in the cities we reside. Sleep the circumstance, though our eyes open wide. Fail to coexist, let alone coincide. Eat chicken many ways, but prefer it fried. Like your man on death row when his relatives cried. Is death a mistake because somebody lied? And we can only pray that Christ is by his side. Convicted on the statement implied with no proof. Now will the warden cry that he killed another youth? I truly doubt it, that's why we stay in the booth. Just cause it ain't enough, we should demand and show proof. And if they overlook our voices, then we raise the roof. Which one of y'all dudes?
Is there love out there? Is anybody there? Is there love out there?
Let's see, treat your people like seeing that I feel like I'm a slave, maybe slave. Yo, man, you made a serious mistake, slave. What you handle me, homie? Slave to the system. Yeah, sound like a winner right there. Come on. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system,
then I broke free. Let's turn that light off, man. Let me set this up, make sure it's on level. Yo. Come on, open the window.
Hashtag for this. I know a better way of many, honestly. Wonder why you bastard shit. Your heart's got to be right to make you forget. Land of my city and hate, you can place it here. No time for pity. Partying all the way, no time to be the victim. We got a call to take. Keep it square and watch God fall to fate. A linebacker reads well before they call to play. Hoping you all will say, hoping we all will pray. Invest a little bit of time in the tall today. Forget the ball and play. We got stakes in this real. With much more peace than the shawl can say. Now that's the scholar's way. No lust for the cause of throwbacks. In fact, give them all away. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. Inside my circles of deep bows and little Urkels and Nino Brown type.
Nino Brown, go Urkel.
Many out to take you buying schemes for your paycheck. And no one because I come and say that. You dude, I don't play that. When my boy Tino was killed, you know you saw.
Yo, what's good? Hold on, man. Who's up in here? Go there, brothers. Charles, what's going on, beloved? Lloyd, whatever that shit. Snow, what's up, baby? What's up, love? Hey, I am baby girl Slaughter. What's going on? Good readings, good readings. Yes. DeAndre, what's happening? What's going on, beloved? Already. Oh, Slaughter, what's going on, beloved? I know I hit the mask over. You know I gotta keep the two. There's a story behind these masks. I'll talk about it another day. Now these, I don't put the real ones there. My camouflage ones, which are like level 3. So I won't ever let y'all see them. They're level 3. They go with the ear and all that. And these are for the airsoft. These are for airsoft, literally. Some of y'all seen the ballistic helmet. I don't show my level. I don't show my real one. That you put nods and everything on. But these are for airsoft. But I like them. But I learned the true story about the Anu people in Japan. And there's many different names. You got all kind of different melanated people and pale skins based on a couple of books in Tartary. One of the ones I showed you, which is an old one, I think that book is like 6,240. That's the PDF that I have. Yes, it's like the book is 6,200. Make sure you don't get it. Make sure you can't get it. Anyway, I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm looking at my flag and I make look over here. My apologies. So as you can see the title. I had some pale skin, a lot of them are very ignorant. Let me tell you about the pale skins in America. Not all of them, but the majority of them are complete stupid. They are stupid. They were conditioned by the very people that they want to convert to who are emulating who we were. Now, there are those who are telling the truth, and there's thousands of them. But most of these in-the-stick, goofy people on our land, whether it be Bama, Georgia, and running around still thinking they're racist because you got a bunch of scared Negroes or hating self-Negroes, or I'm using Negroes as a slight, who still want to worry about killing each other and Jersey and Philly and Pennsylvania and all them other places. Just a bunch of dumb Negroes who still fighting amongst each other because they think they know everything. Because you got to remember, Livermore, they actually believe that they actually believe they know everything. And you ought to hear the way. And this is slight. You can call it what you want. They believe that they can say things, and when you listen to it, actually, for those who can hear, when you're listening to them talk, they not only contradict themselves when they're talking, they create irrational cat-like excuses and then mention of everything that they're talking against. It's we call it Karen and Ken syndrome. But I see it more and more and more prevalent in our community now, which it used to never be. And And they'll probably get upset at that instead of turning around and fixing it, which I really don't give two squats, you know? It's like body dysmorphia. We didn't create that. Who were the first people changing body shapes and what influenced it? Music and frequencies, right? I mean, there are people out here now and they're not being irked off who are creating gravitational devices because if you think about the Tesla coil and everything else, the energy. Remember I was talking about ionic fans? There's not a blade in there. What creates the wind is having the metal and electrons and the magnets at the right place with the right surface. And what happens is you get a vortex created naturally. That's exactly how the scarab beetle flies based off a chemical compelled to repel from the natural chemicals of the earth. So it's not fighting, it's actually working together. So you get this thing where the scarab beetle can soar to different places, as in the ancient so-called, I'm tired of this word, Egypt. Anyway, Egypt, as you see them on a chariot, that's chariot of fire, depending on the light from the ionic, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, if you follow what I'm saying, and it's not complicated. There's nothing complicated out here. And what does that have to do with this voting and stuff like that? Well, I'm looking at a lot of people who voted for Biden, and I'm sitting here and I was processing, why did they vote for Biden? First of all, it was the churches again who betrayed the people, because I actually pulled up about 12 videos of church sermons. If you don't go out there and vote for Biden this weekend in Jersey, New York, LA, all over, Georgia, oh my goodness, and there's more. And I'm listening to these preachers that pushing this stuff. And they literally saying, you ain't black. They were using the same punchline. And who are you? Do you want 4 more years of that racist Trump? Racists did more for these dumb Negroes, especially for these pastors of 3051C. That should tell you something. BCU, all these colleges and so-called. And I'm looking at these sisters and brothers now, especially your sisters. Y'all got to get your feelings in check. I'm voting for Trump. I don't care what you say. I'm Queen so-and-so, and I'm voting for Trump. And the brothers, yeah, man, we voting for Trump. Now, Louisiana, you got a lot of youngins out there who was able to vote, who voted for Trump. I meld first time. For the first time, and God knows since creation knows when, I voted. And I voted for Trump, but I did a mail-in over here. Now, we have easily bought out politicians over here. Y'all can look over here where I live at in Page, Arizona. You can look at them, watch them on YouTube. They have their live things. And it's all about cash. They don't care. And the liberal ones. And are, what do you call it? The other one? Not conservative or liberal, but asymptomatic. That's what I call it. Yeah, I don't call it independent. Asymptomatic. Anyway, these individuals are nincompoops. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about this land. Original people, the majority of them, they're probably second generation or first generation born here, though they're in their 50s and 60s. Guarantee it. But from every one of them, you get the South and blah, 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 blah. Pale skins here. Let me help you something, because I was looking at some stuff dealing with this voting stuff, and I'm getting all these idiots talking about I'm 62, I'm 58, and I'm a white man, and to the response to brothers and sisters talking about how they stand for Trump for the last year or two, you know, and it's just great to hear somebody talking with reason. I guess every peckerwood on my soil feels that if they're melanated, because you're not black, people, there's no such thing as white. There is nothing. That's a condition. That's an experiment brought here and wrought on this land, and a bunch of dummies grabbed onto it. That's why the World Fair, all the buildings weren't painted white. Faces didn't look like no damn pale skins. Now, we had our pale skins here, but it was unnecessary. That's a whole nother story, because that's why people are so busy stuck in books without being able to figure things out. Howdy Mikowski, he's figuring things out slowly but surely. Anywho, so I look at these individuals, and I'm like, when they're talking, you can see the deep conditioning. Yeah, I'm a white male. No, there's no such thing as white, idiot. You're pale skin, yes. Less melanated, very much so. I'm not going to get into the melanated crap, all right? But the reality is there's no such thing as white. An experiment, and it shows that y'all are not as powerful or strong, mentally capable, but it shows the process of your your marionetting, what they do, how they pull your strings and they control you. But to see these melanated people carrying themselves in such a manner that's demeaning. I mean, this is for you liberals. There are pale skins who are darker by 10 shades than me. White folks, if you want to use that, because a lot of y'all have a hard time. I know you was just playing Max V. Black. Look, everybody's got places. Ascension means to rise above the occasion, right? So where you're at here and here and here, you keep rising above it as you learn, right? So it seems like with everything that happened during the war brought on our shores and the lies enacted, the George Orwellian factor, you would think people would rise above it. So I had this pale skin ask me, yo, how are you going to sit there talking about two platforms? Well, when it's the one is the Jewish guy, and the other one was the Negro who was representing this guy, Geary or John W. Geary or Geary or whatever his name was. No, John W. Geary was, the Republican Party was a Negroid, I'm going to say it like this, was a Negro party all the way through and through. That was the change and handoff of the century. And obviously after the Civil War, after Lincoln was assassinated. See, this shows you that they embarked upon the lies created by the very people who set themselves as emperor over Mexico to make sure that the people that he left there and the women that were raped after murdering the majority of the original men there would exist and believe that's the land they come from. Just like the Indian training schools. We have a couple of natives, they're real. Like, whether you want to believe it or not, where they made you Indian. If you have a hard time, go back to Wild Bill, what's his name's, whatever that idiot's name, when he brought them Arabs and the Mongols here and dressed them up because the Frenchmen taking pictures with all that crazy, weird looking headdress that our people didn't wear. They created a new world and they had y'all in the human zoos, and the majority of them brought over here was still from the warring over in so-called Europe, Russia, and all them places, still eradicating the original people of them land. And they brought them here, and the first thing y'all did was start molesting little boys. That's your ancestors, your great, for those who've been here that long. Great grandpappies. Yeah, there was a bunch of homos. Do the research. It's not complicated, hard stuff. I'm not here to venerate hate or anything. I'm talking about balanced truth. They always did that to write you off, right? They called the Franklin House a White House. They got you thinking Benjamin Franklin was a pale skin. He was as nothing but a nigga. And here it is. And everybody's still having a hard time accepting it. George Washington. We're moving on now. George Jefferson, George Carver. When are y'all going to wake up and snap up out of your little coma? Oh, we got people that you took over our names. I can prove that. I like to see people, some of y'all know I don't like giving everything. I like to see people actually find with just keywords. It's a little T, do the research, and there's many people who are finding things, and they're like, oh, okay. But right now on this land, we still have this diverse, no, it's not diverse. Situation normal. Yes, snafu. This, how would you call it? Without extreme words. Beyond all reality, okay? There's a couple words you can put before that. You have these individuals running around and they make absolutely zero sense. I'll be sitting here sometimes saying to myself, I would love to see somebody be able to come to me and converse on something without dark humor, without thinking they're a comedian because they ain't funny, being drunk, and actually litigate something that has some responsibility other than morbidity. I mean, I don't know. Listen, y'all, I talk with a lot of people out here, and I correct them. I'll be like, yo, man, why you even saying that? You just said, I said, do you know the truth of the history? Do you know who the original Republicans were? Some of them go, oh, yeah, that was the black. I said, if you say black one more time, and I do say that, because I'm the type of person, I will reach out and touch somebody. I don't play that. Oh, my fault, Brad, my bad. I said, man, come on with that nonsense, man. And that's after I show them documents with Arabs and Africans with white on their status charts, and then ones that got black too. You got to remember, they got to keep a marginal line. And they be like, wow, it's a game. I'm like, duh, no kidding. And y'all are right in the mix of it. You pale skins are a major part of the game. Our people fell all late and slow and everything. War is a war of attrition is a mother sucker. It could do some crazy things. Surprisingly, our people didn't turn around and start blowing themselves up. I don't know if that was the fluoride being put in the water in the 50s or 60s. I don't know what it was, what it is, but yeah. Anyway, so as you know, the two parties, I believe, was based on what they state. If I get the names right, because you know they made some funky looking pictures, and it was just the pictures was just comical to say the least, because they exaggerated the pictures when the original picture looked like that. So they went from that. So these are the fake Jews that did this and went to that. Yes, the fake Jews are the ones that did that. Okay. They made one look older and wiser for the time, like skinny and starving, pale skin. When they were first time, weren't even born here, and then they put the face to another pale skin who really wasn't really even in existence as far as the narrative paints the portrait, because it was slowly the incorporation and the stealing of an identity, the way we practice and who we were. And that's what we have right now. People look at me and say, well, I was always a Republican for the Republic. I hate the Republican narrative. I was always the sentient life form, the Udean, on my ancestral soil, who didn't have to vote for the Republic. It was the Republic. We wrote the Constitution. That they mixed words up and changed things. That they radicalized. They didn't ratify. They wrote ratified and adopted. No, adopted was real. They radicalized it so that way they can insert like a symbiotic, they can assert things later on. They knew what they were doing. And they actually believe in the lies that they think they wrote that. Oh my goodness. It's coming out. All of it's coming out now. I guess this is supposed to be the end before the heavy storms and the vessels and the ships that you never seen flying around start lasering and hitting everything. You're seeing more and more videos who are captured showing these lasers causing these, striking the ground and hitting, causing all these problems. Oh yeah. I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm saying you can research it. So anyway, and then they wrote up a whole lot of stuff. And why do I say that? Because you got to remember, how do you think that Nazism, fake Nazism, or the cult was finding their way and using everything from here? The swastika, the eagle. Notice there's only two eagles, right? The condor. Do I need to keep going on? I didn't want to go into the Galapagos and islands. I didn't want to start putting out that, how they were using all our stuff. And then you got to remember, both of these individuals were Masons. It's all in German and Deutsch, which you call it writing. Brut der Barthelite. You go on, do the research. How come nobody ever talks about that? So you can get Palmer and you can get Geary's. It was just nothing but the taking over, the changing out, the systematic destruction. Here we go. Look at this. My position is dangerous, Andy. Do your best, Clemmer. For Governor Clemmer. And then it has the Negro standing down there looking ragged, which was a lie. It says, your boat at 11 p.m. for salt water. So give that up, Hester. He's giving him directions, telling him to stop. Stop attempting to take something that was never meant for them. I know you will interpret many different ways because of how they put it up. So anyway, record Hester Climber. Is, you can pull it up. It's a PDF. You can also pull it down too. And 1868. Okay. Before that, everything's a lie. And up to that point, it was all a changeover. And I know people have a hard time acquiescing this, but it's the reality. They have much information in here. You can examine the record for yourself. You can see everything, how they've laid out here and what they were doing. It was a lie. And then they made sure to incorporate it, 100 years, a century later, 1960 something, into the school curriculum to make sure that everybody stays stuck there. What was that? That just popped up. Lyric Anasazi. Yes. Lyric, Anasazi means our enemy. Just wanted to remind you, beloved. It's good to have you here. Okay. It's good to have you here. Anyway, so the funny thing is, somebody said, well, would you vote again? I said, your votes don't mean anything. I said, are you even paying attention to what they've done? They've divided everybody on two parties, and yet the majority of so-called American citizens don't want no war in Ukraine, nor do they want these fake Jews over there in Palestine killing them people, slaughtering them people in Palestine. That's the world over. So who's in charge? Well, look at the Air Force, he, she, shit. And the Navy, he, she, shit. And look at these officers walking around pale. They're all these, the fake Jews. I don't have a problem saying it because I have two uncles who, they're dark though. They're little, so they got some Semitic blood. But like I said, I read Arthur Kessler, Facts and Facts I read, and I have a few other books to show you what they did to the world. Who am I not the first person to tell you who was the emperor of Mexico? How come nobody knows that? Another one of them, Portugal. Like, this is during the period of time of Tartary still existence. But no, everybody thinks it's some kind of competition. I got so much information to share that nobody's sharing. I'm attempting to walk y'all with baby steps. I have a story. Fuck all this. I have a story. Excuse my language. I have a story to tell. And there are people rushing along like they're going to find this story, yo. Like it's just going to miraculously come out of nowhere. Whether you accept it or not, I don't care. You got a bunch of idiots now whose information is about that much, and they will argue and fight for nothing. Two parties? There was no such thing as liberals. What does democracy mean? It absolutely has nothing to do with a constitutional republic. It is a perversion. Why don't y'all go back to its root, its inception? The problem is Negroes is dumb and pale skins are even dumber. Prove me wrong. Now, I don't care about all those people that's geared up and better shape than everybody, who's ready to come out with their armor and their hovercraft and all their little crafts and start slaying and slaughtering people along with the side of other things. Who want to do it again? I keep saying this is the last hoo-ha for everything. Nobody wants to listen because who is that? There's an anomaly. There's something, I don't know. As if something bigger couldn't make things the way it should be. Hide, block, change. You can't make this up. And yet you still have cartel members all on this land who've been killing, and they think there's going to be a run of the mill because you got this underground fake ass government who are arming and weaponizing them, putting them in, giving them cars and putting them in homes right next to you. And they're going to run around, start killing because majority of y'all don't have weapons. You don't have full automatic to keep heads down. You don't have MB, you don't have nods. You don't have infrared. You don't have nothing. I don't advocate violence. I am telling you a fact. I don't care where you live on this continent or any other one. Now, I'm letting you know that when they come out with a javelin and blow up the middle of your goddamn block, all right, Wasn't that meant for a tank? It's a javelin. It can be used all kind of ways. When they start sending aircraft and drones that are unmanned because people have moral subjugation to say no to fly in and drop AIM-64s and AIM-65s and Mavericks and missiles and 500,000-pound bombers and where probably all these tanks start hitting them with Moabs and other things you know nothing about. Lights coming on that don't just spray mist but cause you to have heart conditions. You have no idea what's out here, but y'all still holding on as if something's going to just pass on by when you've had the opportunity of a life to get somewhere, to put away your TVs, your radios, and get busy. And I'm saying this because it's the last hoo-ha. Pale skins, you're stupid. Niggas, you become just as fucking dumb. Pale skins, dark skins. Yeah. Iron sharpens iron. Make that make sense. You have become stupid. And you're still going to walk out the front door, put the key in the lock because you're happy. You got to pet the dog and look at the cats and feed the goldfish. This ain't the time nor the world because you'll be eating them if you make it through it. You'll be cutting the fat off the back of somebody. You think it's a game because you're so comfortable in the little world you live at. Because you want to deny the plausibility, all the possibilities of something. Because you lack it. Because when you get into the state of denial, it's like consumption. It's over. You overconsume. And people get this consumption disease. Y'all know what the consumption disease is. It happens up here. It happens in here. It happens in here. I'm starting to look like I need to be waving. Who created these? I can't wait to hear some pale skin come up with some old lie. We there. We created the pen. We even created the spoons, and I don't care about no spork. All right. We were the original true and tobacconists. Now they want to put, this is how perverted they are. They want to put there's a video, it's a real video at WHO or whatever it's called, talking about where they were conversing about where they could put the vax for those who are having a hard time. If something get out of hand, they could put it in tobacco, they could put it in beef, they could put it in strawberries and fruits and vegetables. This is how sick they are. Okay? If they were such badasses, why would they have to do this? If they're talking about it, that means they've already done it. You have people who come up with stuff who just want to get money because of where they live at. My brother Jah Brickz, love him to death, my younger brother, right? Greed takes over. All the help, bat talks and all that. Okay, that's for a moment. They could change the narrative on that real easy. So you make the little money, and what you going to do with it? You're not going to make $1 billion. You're not going to make 15 million. That's not even enough to get you out to the unaudit. And anyway, they're not going to they don't want none of y'all there in the first place. Unless you're women. Hell, they got all the ovaries and everything else they need. I was watching Cali Muscle. I was watching him sit there with another prominent bodybuilder and how they went to this place over in LA to get stem cells. You know where they got the stem cells from? Melanated women's. You know when the baby's born and they cut the umbilical cord? And they take the umbilical cord with the uterus and or not the uterus, but and they get the blood out. They got that thing, they get the blood out. I watched 12 videos on it. It's real. They take that and they process it so these people can live long. And they put it in face creams and all kind of stuff. That's meant for the baby all the way up. That's what allow you to live forever, to be connected and not getting those shots because you'll be protected to anything that comes out. But because you've been lied to by a system that predicates itself upon lying and censoring any truth, as if it's going to stop anything. No, everybody watching, government agents, lizards, whatever the fuck, they still ask hoo-ha. Now, I don't care what you go through, what little thing you come through, what little black hole, or whatever you want to, what you got people convinced in, whatever. It's the last hoo-ha. Oh, fuck. I ain't talking about little America, Africa, Russia, ground, fake little names. I'm not talking about little, I know, I'm talking about everywhere. People still could have prepared a little better though. People, even that term people sickens me. All these people had the chance to do the right thing. Aleister Crowley, he knows now. Even his successor, that idiot who realized Aleister Crowley didn't accept our things scared him. But there are things worse than that. 1,000, 1,000,000 times worse. All these fake popes and all these individuals who conspired, who live longer than you because they want to be in control. Yet they're being allowed by something else because they don't know how to rise together. If we don't rise together, then we fall for everything, right? Anyway, I appreciate y'all listening. I'll be back in a couple hours to read. I'm going to actually eat something, some waffles. Okay. It came in. This is the second one. Remember I told you I had the first one? Gene Wilder's a fake Jew. And the narrative, how he paints it, is to misdirect you. Baby Girl Slaughter let me know she watched it. It's up on the Witch Guard. You don't have to purchase it. I'm not even gonna open this because I can watch it on YouTube. They said just have collectors. There's another one out. I'm attempting to get that one. When I get it, I'll let you guys know. So this is The Magic of the White City. It's slander. Original where Ferris Wheel was here. Everything. But everybody was we all knew each other. Everybody knew each other. But some people, because of our power, got together and conspired and had to remove us. And it wasn't power, it was because we kept order. We were Judeans who owned nothing. We claimed nothing. Everything belonged to everybody. That's Levitical. I know people read the Bible and are misled by these black pastors, these bastards. But it was to make sure that everybody was okay. It was not parting out just for the chosen. The chosen is like boiling pasta. And there's one pasta that just won't boil. It just won't get soft, al dente. So you take it out and you say, well, why won't that happen? It's made like the rest. And you start operating and dissecting and doing chemical function tests, all kind of stuff. And why will not this pasta boil and become al dente or tender or even soft? Why is it still hard? Because it was never meant to be boiled in the first place. It was never meant to be messed with, manipulated when it was created. Ergo, there was the disrespect and the fall of everything. Something wants to get somewhere. They want to see something. They want to fight. They want to get away. They believe that they've conquered everything, and they have conquered nothing. They've only wrought their own destruction. Even they have forgotten the true past. I have a story to tell. And the idiots are foregone their own. Anyway, 2 hours will read. Okay. Herbo, what's going on, beloved? Delusions, what's going on, beloved? What's happening? Got you. I got you, Herbo, beloved. What's cracking? I just wanted to. Hey, Bernard, tell it. I think I got you right. Anyway, I appreciate everybody coming in. I really do. Somebody donated, so I wanted to say thank you. I don't know if I did. I don't, because I'm not big on it. Because I did order. I told you I ordered a 12. It's not the exact price. It's not $1,200. It costs what it costs. Okay. Because I know some people are like, what do you mean? You get Talmud. Well, I wanted to get the original one, the perverted one, because they've changed it up. I saw the original one was in New York. I wanted to buy it. And so I had to spend over $1,000 for it. And I wanted it. Timothy Anderson, because I got you, Eugene Washington. Did I get you Timothy? Anyway, appreciate the donation, beloved. Okay. You know, this is when I say this stuff, I say it's not because of competition, because I'm tired of people. See, what I love about Kieran Miller, he shares information because he researches and he looks through all the search engines. He pulls the stuff that is very informative. You have people who just want to talk and argue. No, you have those of us who are actual scholars. You have some of us who actually just know history because we were fortunate enough to get it from younglings, regardless of what we may have been through. That's a big difference. I know everybody goes, well, you know, you look Native American. I get tired of that. Like, there's no particular look. And this colorism thing is disgusting. You dig what I'm saying? And it shows the weakness. And it's always in some goofy liberal city or in some area in the ghetto with a conservative state with dumb liberal niggers. And yeah, I think niggers. Yeah. And it's not amazing. People want to express stuff and talk about stuff based on their feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotions have nothing to do with truth. Feelings and emotions are the things that obscure and keep you distracted and blind from the truth. This is not no hate. To the person, if you come in later, if you married a white woman, first of all, if I married a pale skin woman, she'd be my goddamn wife. I'd make some beautiful fucking melanated babies. What the fuck about it? And I would not convince them to go on sleep with any. Listen to me. Pale skins come from us, motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. They come from us. But there's a perversion down the quadrilateral line of something real sick. I'm not here to get into all that because all that's going to be completely gone. No history. Why do I want to take it to memory now? I'm informing y'all because you don't know. Bottom line. I would have top queen in the house, the matriarch, who's not emotionally unstable and broken. Do you think I look as good as her? I don't want no weak-ass woman like that. I got to get my booty big because what the fuck? That's based on the music and the frequencies of right now. And that's based on Hollywood and a fake narrative of our wonderful, beautiful sisters who are natural. I ain't gonna be sleeping with someone who got a belly bigger than their butt. It's just not gonna happen. That's because it's not meant to be. What is that? What's this? Who is it? That's like having the s'mores and the marshmallow on one end and the chocolate running all over the place. What is that? I mean, sticking out. No. But by dysmorphia, all those things are real. But again, who is by design? I'm looking at sisters getting these booty things that doing all this shaking at these porn stripper clubs. And their legs is this big. And then their booty sitting like this. What? That's word. That look like the letter P or Q or something. What's in the what's? It makes absolutely no sense. And they think maybe a real man don't want that. A real man is happy with the woman based on what's up here and here, how intact she is. And she's not overly emotional. And any woman talking about women are emotional, shut the fuck up because you're giving energy to something that negates negativity. I don't want to hear that shit because I'll hurt your feelings with a little bit of truth. I shouldn't have to explain it if y'all really research some things instead of just going with the narrative. Men aren't supposed to be emotionally bound to shit. Love has nothing to do with that. Feelings and emotions are real, but they don't have to be manipulated to the point where they have to be labeled in this direction. There's an order to feelings and emotions, and they have nothing to do with the world we're in now. These are perversions. So if you've got to look at your man that you married, talking about through sickness and health, knowing both of you was fucking sick, and now you still got your help, even though it's 25%, you would think that you would relegate yourself to being responsible to hold yourself to those things. But you can't because you didn't mean them when you said them. You didn't know no better. Prove me wrong. Men, oh, and they talk about my mama. But, and your mama was a hoe. She was on the crack rock. I'm not negating to say it's nasty. And they talking about body counts now. But you sitting over there with your best buddy and y'all in the basement sucking each other off. I don't want no ad on this. Make it make sense. I look at that punk and T1 who put the baby in the microwave, just like everywhere else. I look at these little chumps called IDF soldiers taking headshots of little children, punks, sick. But am I saying it with hate and spite? No, because I know how it ends. No, I literally know how it ends. And ain't nothing nobody can do to change it. Nothing. Wow. Well, things could change it. But I'm not here. I can't say what. Because y'all are all smart. Y'all not emotionally unstable and wrecked. You know how to make the right choices. You know how to get up out of something and put yourself in a better predicament. No, you know how to forego all the fornication of lies. The fornication means still copulating with the lies. You know how to do that, right? And then get with the truth, right? You know, it's mind-boggling, isn't it? I'll say mind-boggling. That's one of my wonderful words. Yet, you'll still stay right. Y'all still stay right where you at. Well, if you, and this is the stupidity of the Lord, no ascension. Well, if you knew everything, why would I do anything anyway? Because you have a choice, dumbass. I can hear it. Anyway, you have a choice, dumbass. I've never seen people given an opportunity of a lifetime who could have took that money that they're spending for their rent, their home, car payment, and been building anew and learning something different. Allow themselves to be in the sun and the weather, to overcome and not be around the sickness and disease of people, to harvest, to grow, to nurture one another. Not no religious concept, not no political ideology. And y'all just said, fuck it. We know you, Red. Obviously, you don't know me because you damn sure don't know yourself. 2 hours, I'll be back, all right? About 12:30. I'm going to go in here and get to cooking me something because I'm hungry. And I'm going to sit back. I want to hear some nonsense on the Teletubby. All right? Anybody else come in? Nope, they are not controlling or seeking. They walk around existing fake illusion. Yes, the priest, exactly. Hey, T. Hines, much love. What's going on, Cidanelli? Twisted and yeah, reverse. They're too busy looking outside themselves inside of seeking with it. Yes, very much so. The priest have asked you can dream your body. They're not even controlling it anymore or seeking. Well, we can speak anything to reality. The last thing should be the body, but the performance of it now. Forget how it looks. Some people walk around here looking like damn Yoda. You know, that's a deity. Any of y'all know that? Yoda was a deity? And when they make you think it was pleasant? I told you, if you wanted to see the real Christ, look for Quasimodo, the hunchback of Notre Dame. And the fact that Notre Dame didn't only exist over there, but go to South America. Do the research. I stopped reading certain books because I want to know who's paying attention. If you want to know an original history of ancient America, there's a reason why I do what I do. But don't attempt to figure it out. Just pay attention. You got egos and stuff running around this world. And I always say, destroy them. I mention things because I mention it because of the truth. I don't do it because I need somebody to stroke my cock or something. All right. When I allude, this is just for information. When I say I've been doing this since 1978, I'm not kidding. An idiot will say, "Well, somebody else before you." Well, how you think I found out? dumbass. See, people don't think. But I'll tell you real quick, but it wasn't you, was it? So put your little dead ass ego away. Put your little conveyance of pure ignorance. Compartmentalize it if you can't destroy it. I can shut somebody up real quick. I'm a sociology major. That's what the fuck I am. And I'm not in the schools no more because you can learn shit on your own. You don't need them motherfuckers to, excuse my French, vernaculars, but you don't need them MFers to further your studies and acquiesce different things that may result in better personification of something. That's what I do. Most people sit there and say, no, we can have a conversation. All they want to do is fight. Now I look at them and be like, nah, man, put your hands up. Because I'm not going to turn my back. We might as well get it on. Which I've been stabbed several 9 times, but you want to get the juke game, see who makes it out? I don't fear death. I don't care about nothing. Not in the sense of this world that y'all care about. It's dead. It was dead 50 millennia ago. Y'all just don't get it. It's been a game. I've been telling y'all to come together. And you still got dumb niggas and dumb peckerwoods running around the world. I'm grateful some are waking up. There are more pale skins telling our truth than there's dumb niggas listening because they still listen to the TD snakes. And oh man, I'm not going to get into it. I have no problem with the religion. I have a problem with its delivery, its concept, and the fact that nobody wants to allow the truth of them to exist in them, but seek it outside of them. That's all, the only issue I have. Okay? Y'all know what I mean? My boy Lord, yeah, I got you. I got you. What was that? I can run up some. Oh, you already know. Oh, I appreciate y'all. Just finished up at the farmer's market. That's what's up. That's what's up. I gotta go ahead and cut some of these cucumbers and the rest of these apples and get my juice for this afternoon. As you can see, I'm just drinking some. Then 7 days you drink it and then you take a break from it. Dandelion root tea. It's good for your sugar, blood pressure, and stuff like that. But yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, walk around. It's just fault. Yeah. So I'll see you guys later. 2 hours. Okay. And I appreciate those. I see a lot of people sharing now. I appreciate you, man. And all those came to the tribe. We have these agents that keep subscribing and unsubscribing, and it's the weirdest little individuals in the world. Anyway, I appreciate everybody. Welcome to the tribe. And I mean that with all conviction. Welcome, And I'm going to talk away. And if I strike a feeling or emotion in you, then that means I'm getting my job done. But my real reason for this channel is to get a certain number. And with that certain number, I did this by math. Out of 3,500, 10% would be what? 10% of them being able to remember and carry a story. It's all I need. The rest, I figured I'd read and see who would get it. And that might be elusive to 25%. 15% will work with it. But the story I have to tell, 10% will carry it. I just know it. Maybe some of you will vie for it and change that. Everybody is possible. But we're still going to have a bunch of people telling our story who don't know the first thing about anything. And they're going to tell it from their point of view. All right. So let me get out of here. Love you all. And